Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the All the Nerds podcast.
What's
I'm here with Dylan and Levi as
what's up?
usual.
I'm the wheel. I'm a wheel.
You're not the wheel, man.
I'm getting dizzy. That was for you, Mug. I think you wanted the wheel. That was for you. I was the wheel. They denied me the wheel.
I didn't deny it.
wheel.
They denied the wheel.
But it's been a point of conflict within the All the Nerds sanctum.
It's really
How
breaking
about
us
this?
up.
You were
Levi
like,
almost quit.
the first minutes of the pod are just talking about wheel.
Levi
Well, here
almost
we
just
are. We're
quit.
talking about the
Here we
wheel.
are
The first couple
talking
minutes of
about
the
the
pod.
wheel.
It happened anyway.
It's
And now there's
true.
not even a wheel to show for it.
I was for the wheel, but I think
Anyways.
maybe it's
You
for the
weren't.
best. But anyways, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking this out. And today we have a fun thing planned. Actually, there's a thing that I think is kind of unique and could be fun.
Kind of neat. Kind of
We'll
cool.
see how it goes.
So, yeah,
So today we're going to be ranking the Star Wars opening title Kroll Reddit Kroll
Roll.
Kroll
The
nope.
Kroll-
How do you try that
roll
again?
rolled credits. Yep.
Crawl.
The opening
That's what it's
crawl,
called.
as most fans
Opening
would
crawl.
know it
Most
as.
fans know.
Or
the
that one.
Krolls.
Or
The
that
Krolls
the
is
roll,
now
the crawl,
Amber's.
opening crawl. That's what I meant.
So last
The
week we were
gilder
supposed
that
to do
pierces
this.
body.
The
Yep.
Gilder. Last week we were supposed to do this. And you might be like, oh, there wasn't a
Oh,
pod last
I'm
week.
sorry. Gotta interrupt. This is our 200th video as well.
Oh,
So thank you,
right.
everybody,
What?
for
200. Let's rank all
for-
On the Nerds
for
videos. Let's
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's do
rank
that for
all
200th
200.
pod.
Levi would put my
Yeesh.
Bad Batch video on the bottom just
Oh
because
God,
consistencies.
stupid Vader picture. Yeah.
That was a cool.
No,
picture.
I think I
Anyways,
would.
sorry,
I would
go ahead,
put
Levi.
number one is Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker. I mean, easily.
It's true. That is
Yeah.
like our most popular video still. Yeah.
It's true.
That's
No,
good.
what I was
That's
gonna say is there was no pod last week because I had
That's
presented the idea a couple weeks ago. Hey, let's rank the crawls because right now, podcast Force Center that I listened to, Ken Knapsack, Joseph Scrimshaw was talking about them. We should try to get them on the show sometime. I've met them.
Looking at you. Looking at you for that one.
Yeah, looking at you. I'll looking at me. I'll try.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, let's do that. And then Dill was like, oh, I forgot to. And then Johnny's internet didn't work, and we couldn't do a pod because
Yeah, my internet. I blame StreamYard because
He straight up-
it works fine.
he straight up just we couldn't do it because it
Yeah,
wouldn't
it was
work.
not
And
good.
then I was like, okay. And then Johnny started to work. I was like, oh, maybe it'll do something. And then Dill's StreamYard just completely broke.
It was a messy day, but we did go on
It
the
was a
Hall
messy
Night
day.
Marauders, and it was a lot of fun.
We did.
So I hope you
Go
guys
check that out
check
if
it
you haven't already.
The
Good stuff.
world was telling us not
fun.
to stream.
But here we
It's
are.
true.
Here we are.
We're back.
And we got the crawls. We all have our lists. We've ranked the opening crawls. I have put Solo in my list because I consider there to be an opening crawl, but I understand.
I didn't, but I
I
can
understand
maybe
these now
throw it
not.
in there.
And it's all right. It's all right. We can maybe throw it at the
know.
end. It's a little asterisk. I even put an asterisk when I was ranking them. But yeah, we're going to talk about these crawls, baby. And I got them all
Mhm.
pulled up. So I think there's...
Or-
Is there anything else we want to talk about, or do you want to hit some news maybe, or do you just want to go right into the crawls?
I said we
guess
jump
what's
into the
the news?
crawls. Yo, you want to start with the news?
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna do it all, we gotta do it first. Let me think. Is there anything?
Did you guys see that 1313 footage that came out?
I did
was
see that
big. That was
1313
sweet.
footage. It looks very
So,
cool.
I heard that they've
It
adapted
hurts.
some
It
of
hurts
that
still.
for Boba, or some of the Boba Fett stuff in that game for the show.
I
Or
mean,
is
that
just
game is
rumor?
so
Okay, I haven't
confusing,
noticed
man.
anything.
That game is
No,
so
me neither,
confusing. That like last couple of years there of Lucasfilm, where George was like, oh,
A
you
messy
know,
time,
Darth Maul was make Darth Talon, and they would
Yeah, why
completely
not?
had to they
And
and
then they had
they
to-
completely had to scrap that Darth Maul game. Same thing happened to
The
1313.
Darth Maul game has a much worse story than 1313.
Yeah, but same thing with 1313, where it's right at the end, during like deep into production, George was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll make it a Boba Fett game." And there are people that are like, like how do you like? It's so hard,
Right.
Because you can't say no to George Lucas, but as a game developer, like it's impossible to undo these things you've wrapped. Because I didn't even realize it was supposed to be a Boba Fett game, and like I don't think that tech demo is Boba Fett, right? Like I don't look at that and
No, it was
watch.
Right.
Django.
No, me
It
neither.
was all,
I know,
or right? I thought. Am I
no,
wrong?
It's
no,
just
I-
like Mandalorian. wasn't it?
it's just not even. It's just like a
Ain't
guy.
Mandalorian?
Oh, in the tech demo, but I'm saying in that original
The tech-
trailer from like
Oh,
2012.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
when you,
right,
like
right,
when you watch that, you're not like,
Yeah.
oh yes, the Boba Fett game.
The
You
Boba
know?
Fett.
Right.
Yeah, because
Like,
oh yeah, you play as like there's like
You're
one
just,
guy and then there's another
just-
guy, and then they
Yeah, I don't know. You're just like a kid. It looks like.
just like yeah, which
It
is not
confu-
Boba. It is
Yeah,
not
it's,
Boba.
it's definitely like not
don't know.
Boba, and then all of a sudden it's meant to be Boba, and it's like, so this was a Boba Fett. It's just all very confusing. So that
It
came
was
out.
weird.
confusing.
There was some leaked footage of that. from the demo.
But we
reels.
also do have some, Star Wars games are being worked on. I think that we
Yeah.
got that kind of
Yeah,
got
hell
that
yeah, dude.
confirmation.
For like the past 2 years, they've
The
been like,
fast-
Fallen
yep.
Order 2 is gonna come out. I love that we
We're
have
getting-
an announcement
we're
for
getting Star
upcoming
Wars games.
announcements.
Yeah,
from
we're
EA
getting Star Wars
anyways.
games. Don't know
Respawn
when.
specifically.
Don't know what.
Yeah,
EA has
And-
effed up all of their, whether it's Ragtag or
is-
Battlefront, the stuff that hasn't come out, stuff that has come out. They're like, all right, you guys, Respawn, you made one good game. We're just delegating all the Star Wars stuff to you. So yeah, Respawn is making 3 games now.
I'll tell you, I can't really get excited. It's hard for me to get excited about these just because
Oh, I
don't know,
can.
they
I
fumbled
can.
so hard.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
Fallen Order
It's
2.
Respawn. It's Respawn though. Like this
No,
studio.
I know.
I'm
but-
excited by it, but it's just like I'm so tired of hearing about this.
Oh
Right.
man, no, I'm so
So
excited.
what were the 3? It was Fallen Order 2, an FPS shooter, and
Yeah,
a
by
strategy game?
Respawn. This is the people
Right,
who developed
right.
Modern Warfare
No.
2 and the 2
Yeah,
Titanfall
yeah.
games. Like
Right,
a
right,
first-person shooter from Respawn. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. It's
right.
gonna be
I
nuts.
hope-
But
I
that
do you
means
think
Battlefront
do
3
you think it would be a Battlefront 3? I mean, that'd be
No, Dice is dead. Or
Great,
Star Wars section of Dice
Dice
is
is
dead.
dead.
And
well, I
it's
know,
all
but
bad.
they could transfer the. Oh, I guess they.
I think they would make it a completely different series, especially if it's just a first-person shooter.
But if
and
it's
mean,
like Battlefront,
Here's the
that'd
question
be
though: we
kinda
still
cool.
don't know what the
Battlefront's
cast-
not a first-person
we
shooter.
still don't know what the cast of Inferno Squad was up to. Remember a
True.
couple months ago when they were doing all
Yeah,
that
and
mocap?
they're
And it's
like,
like why? It's like why are they all
Right.
together? And what?
That
what
was
project
also
they were doing?
before, again, like that was before the Lucasfilm Games
I don't
stuff.
know- I don't
and
know
that
I
was
know, but you don't
before-
get that far into production on something where they're doing actual motion capture
Right,
work with
right.
the actors, and then no. So
That's
there's
true.
that.
No.
But
Yes.
then Bryce Dallas Howard directing an episode of Mando season 3, which
Beautiful.
Could have told you that.
Love it.
thank
but yeah.
God, right?
Could
I
have.
mean,
Yeah. Give her more. That's what
give her
I
more.
say.
See-
I want her to see her do a show like Deborah Chow.
Yeah,
That-
or
that
get her own
show.
movie, man. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't think I've even seen any of her movies, but if it's anything like her episodes,
I was so
I
funny.
don't
I
think
was on
she's.
the-
If she directed a movie, I don't know if she's directed.
She's
it.
directed a
I know
short
she's been
film.
in-
But
short films.
I was
okay.
on Brent's
look it up.
stream earlier, Age of Grogu, shout out, and
Shout out.
Jason, a guest on his stream, made a joke about Lady in the Water, which is this M. Night Shyamalan movie from
Yes, I
2006.
saw that. I
Really
was
bad.
there.
Totally did not put together that that's Bryce Dallas Howard in that
Yeah,
movie.
she's in
and
that,
I was
yep.
like,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what a weird, so weird, man.
I love that
anyway.
she's Gwen, man. That's so funny.
She's in a
It's
lot of
just-
movies.
it's just Gwen.
yeah,
She's Gwen,
yeah.
yep.
It's
And
bizarre.
now she's making Star Wars.
But yeah, no, I think
Yep.
my dream, my ultimate dream, is that her and her dad Ron get to do some sort of solo thing. Because like
So let's
that-
do make it happen.
that'd be so perfect, man. If it's
That would be
him and
great.
his daughter like doing
father
that.
like daughter.
Because like the Kasdans
It's
wrote,
true.
father and son wrote solo with Ron. And,
Right.
like imagine if it was the Kasdans and then the Howards, like power team, dude. Ooh, I would love that.
That'd
I'd
be
kill
some
for that.
I
killer
would
stuff.
too.
I'd kill for that.
Fingers
'cause
crossed.
As a big
Bro.
solo lover, I'm like, oof, more of that, please.
Yeah, Soul's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Johnny feeling kind of low energy on solo.
I'm a big solo. Yeah, I
Soul's
don't know.
okay.
It's been we've said it before. We've shared our opinions.
We've
but
had a lot of
big solo guy
discussions
right
about it.
here, and I would take a solo too.
Let's see if I
any
show him.
day.
Look at my Moloch I just got in the mail.
Yeah,
This-
that's the one
waste-
figure you can
waste of
find
a
at
figure.
Walmart. Like to
Waste.
this
No,
day.
Target.
Target. Sorry.
Target.
it's
Waste.
Moloch from Solo.
It's a pretty
that
cool figure.
It
That
is a cool
peg
figure.
warmer.
He's
a
a
peg warmer.
he's a Grindelid. It's
the-
actually a really
In
cool
the
sculpt.
biz, they call those peg warmers.
He's like a big worm, and they spend a lot of time molding
Yeah.
his staff.
Yes.
Grindelid,
they?
Moloch.
If you're audio only, you can't see it, but look up a picture, you swine.
I bought this
Okay.
thing, and I thought it's like really thick.
The hell?
Discrimination.
What's that?
Discrimination in the
yeah,
old
like-
Yeah, if you're an audio,
you
if you're an
know.
audio listener, Moloch's gonna come after you with his
Podcast
soul
format.
staff. You know
Don't
that he
wanna
has a
see our beautiful
soul staff.
faces?
I love how we have a Moloch, but don't have like so many
Moloch.
other Star Wars characters that should be in the line. Like
They're really pumping
like-
it out there.
Like
Luminara
Ben,
Unduli.
like Ben Solo.
Ben
Luminara
Solo?
Unduli.
Kiadi
What are you saying?
I love all
Luminara.
That'd be
these.
sweet. We have a Kiadi Mundi. Oh no, we don't.
They're more
sorry.
relevant than
have a
friggin'
fish
Moloch, dude.
What?
Am I
But,
wrong
like,
or am I
I
right?
mean, that was for the
no,
solo
The
you're
answer
line.
is I'm
wrong.
right.
You're literally wrong. What?
If they had
okay.
made a show or a movie with that character, in,
Yeah,
like-
you had
like,
a point. You
during
had a
Disney.
point, and then you bungled the point. Like, what-
You're
oh,
making
like
some really good
Luminara Unduli. Like, what are you saying to me? I don't.
We'd
I
be
want
more likely to
Jedi,
get a
man.
Max
More Pico
Rebo before
Jedi.
we got her.
That's what I'm looking for. Savage Opress. That's another one.
She's
for
in
me.
literally 2 scenes. Like, she has 10 seconds of screen time in the entire prequels.
Okay,
and you're like-
I
and
love
you're like,
Clone Wars, man. Talk about Clone Wars, man.
Who-
No,
what do
I
you-
see
what
what
do
you're
you-
saying, but like
I don't
we
think
just
you
got
do.
we just got
You seem
Fisto
to
and
be
Plo
not
Koon.
seeing. That seems to be the point of contention here. Is that
What,
you don't
what do
see
you think
what
we're
I'm
gonna get from a Book of Boba line for Black
saying.
Series?
No,
Like,
no.
do you-
Hold on, Dylan. I do see what
Gotcha.
you're saying, but like we need, I don't know, a Palpatine or a Finn
have
or
Palpatine.
a Poe.
Didn't we just get a Palpatine?
Or a prequel Palpatine, sure.
yeah, no, or a prequel
Absolutely.
Palpatine or
Oh,
in a
gotcha.
sequel.
We
Pal-
have
like,
a Palpatine.
well, we have a but it's like but it's deluxe. It's not like
Return of the
single
Jedi.
box release.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like we need those.
I have
things.
it though. Good figure.
He's a main character in Star Wars. I don't know. We need we need a Revenge of the Sith Padme or Episode
That's
1
true.
Padme or like
Episode
I don't
1
know.
Padme would be
I don't know
sick
the main characters of Star Wars. Like
before we get Luminara.
Bail Organa for Christ's sakes, Luminara
That's
and Dooley. Like who is this man?
I want more
that's a-
prequel Jedi,
that's a
man.
weird-
I don't know.
It's just-
I
it's
don't
just a-
think
that's
it's
a-
that
that's a
bad of
deep
a-
pull,
that bad
though.
of a take, man.
I think it's a pretty bad take.
More
I think
relevant
that's-
than Moloch. That's all I'll say. That's
Moloch
my-
is
that was-
like
that was my
has Moloch has lines in
I
a
don't
Star Wars
care.
movie.
He's very forgettable. man.
He's in a whole action scene. He has like 4 minutes of screen time.
I know the action scene. I don't
All right.
remember him from it though.
Well, I'm gonna take it to
Just
somewhere
saying.
you guys
Scum.
can agree.
Scum.
Where do
scum
you
it.
guys? Who do you guys think we're getting in the Book of Boba like Black Series line, or like Primary? I know we've already got one technically.
Yeah, I
but,
have
like,
my
do you think
one
we're-
Fennec Shand.
I think
think
we'll
we're gonna
find
see-
out. I think we'll find out in 2 weeks.
No,
Yeah,
I see
think so.
what he's saying though. I think
Do you think we're gonna get like Black K? Like
yes. I think the
Give us-
biggest one. I think the biggest one is Black K. I think the Black
Yeah.
K and then Garsa Fwip are probably the two most likely you're gonna see.
they're gonna give Black K like 2 extra things and call it a deluxe figure.
What's that face? Oh, almost
We're
definitely.
definitely gonna get a Garza Foot.
Yeah,
for
what's that
sure.
face, dude? Garsa
so?
Fwip's been in almost
Yeah.
every ep.
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing Mollusk or whatever his name is,
Yeah,
they're
dude,
certainly gonna
Moloch.
do Moloch, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that before they do
Um,
Luminara or whoever it was. You
I
were
know
saying.
Luminara
Yeah,
is such an
I think-
insane pull, dude. People don't buy Lando Calrissian action figures. You think people are gonna buy Luminara and Dooley action figures?
I
Like,
would.
Maybe
I think.
okay, dude.
they might. I, don't
I
know.
think. I hope they do the
Nuts,
Tuskens.
man.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
there'll be a
give us
Tusken.
Give us that female Tuscan
Black
warrior.
robe Tusken.
Yeah, it needs to be. Max Rebo. I want Max
Pike?
Rebo. Give us
I want
Max
like a
Rebo.
Pike. We don't have any Pike figures. That'd be kind of cool.
I can't.
I
get
want
over
Max Rebo. I want Max Rebo right now.
that.
What if
Oh,
Garza
don't have
Fwip
Max
came
Rebo.
with
Hold
a
on.
Max
True.
Rebo?
We
Hold
don't have
on.
Max Rebo.
hold on.
All right,
leave
you
this
guys
all
doing
in.
something
Pop.
crazy.
I'm doing something nuts, wacky and wild.
Nutso
I don't
Bongo.
believe you.
Johnny.
don't-
So
What is he?
we can start thinking about like kicking Levi off the
Hold on,
channel.
he's
soon.
back. That's not Black
Max.
Series, but that's cool.
It's Max.
It's Max.
That's pretty cool, actually.
This is an original 1983 Max Rebo in his look at
That's pretty
this.
Sweet.
He's got legs too.
No,
That's
no.
not true, man.
It's
I
not-
know
it's
this
not
is
true.
this is where the fallacy comes from. It's my little
That's not
Max.
true.
It's not true.
He's like,
Pretty cool.
"Doo-doo-doo."
They
I know,
lied
it's
to
great.
you.
I know they lied to me as a child. Max had legs,
That's right.
ortolans,
Legs that
legs that
are
lie.
stands.
They don't
It's
even-
true.
Andy's like a crazy person, man. He is an
know.
insane person.
Max
He's-
Rebo Lord.
I saw his page in the what's it called? The like visual dictionary or whatever.
I showed it
It's
to you.
so funny. I know, it's hilarious. It's like here's all this lore that for no reason he's a
Insane,
crazy person.
crazed madman, Max Rebo, who fights people.
He's a
for
madman.
food and only survive. Like,
He's a survivor of the
Half
Jabba.
insane.
Jabba the
I
Hutt
love
cannot say
Max.
the same as it being a survivor on the what's it called, the sail barge.
yeah, man.
So good for
Now,
Max.
I almost
You
feel
really
like
don't
we're
think
gonna
we
get a.
You really don't think we get a Garza? Like she has had so much
think-
to do.
I think we're getting a Garza.
I think Garza like
Maybe.
a major domo probably. and Urban Mayor.
I do. I
Yeah,
don't think
that'd be
Major
cool.
Domo. I don't think so.
I think we can get the major
relevant
domo from
enough.
the mayor, but we also haven't seen these last 2 episodes yet. So
True, true,
I
true.
think.
One of the mods is getting a fig. For
I
sure.
just-
There's
yeah,
there's
probably.
gonna be a mod.
probably
fig.
Sophie Thatcher. She seems to be like the main mod.
Why did I just blank on? Hold on, I gotta think.
Johnny's too busy thinking about Luminara.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
He's gonna
we-
show. That'd be a bogus theory
like-
though, for these next 2 episodes. Luminara shows up.
Like
Bro,
literally, we
I,
don't-
I feel like I feel like we're gonna get a din for the line, even though like it.
no, I don't need another din.
It's
You
the
know they're
same-
gonna do that though.
There's so many.
How
dins.
though?
I
What
would not
the
be
din-
surprised if they
Unless
did
you
that.
get some new like.
It'd be din with
weapon or
Darksaber.
something?
Well, we would have
With
the
the
Darksaber.
Oh,
It'd be
It's never,
din
it's
with
never
the
been, he's
Darksaber
never
and
been
the
packing for
spear.
the Darksaber.
Okay, I kind of
Yeah.
want that. No, I kind of want. Well, you could just get the
Di-
Moff
you don't-
Moff
Yeah,
Gideon.
and the, yeah.
Moff Gideon has a Darksaber, yeah,
Right.
in the line.
Yeah, that's
which
the
is
only
pretty
one.
sweet. if the rumors are true,
Goofy, man. Goofy.
quick
Yeah.
potential leak.
Dude, Dylan's doing some
rumor.
heavy lifting as this pod. I love it.
Quick heavy, leak rumor. So skip a little bit forward. Cad Bane figure maybe, depending on how he's probably gonna look different
sure.
than the original Cad
Well,
Bane figure.
We already have one, but yes, I would love Book of Boba Fett.
No, exactly. Well,
version
but
if
what I was
that
saying
ends
was
up being
like, there's
true.
no. He'll have the metal plate probably. That
You
we
know,
see
an
in Bad
interesting
Batch,
point about that is Funko recently put out a Cad Bane figure that
for a Bad
didn't
Batch.
but it didn't match the Bad Batch outfit, and people were like, "Why is that? What outfit is this?"
Did it have the
and-
metal plate?
Well, you can't take off the
No, you
hat,
can't take the hat
unfortunately,
off.
You can
But
still
it-
kind of see it, right? Or no? I guess
No,
No.
it's
just
totally
that
under the
one.
hat.
It's covered.
Yeah.
But like
Uh,
people were wondering,
what? I
is
thought it
this
was the same
for
version.
Book of Boba? No, so they marketed it as a Bad Batch one, but if you look it up, it's not the Bad Batch outfit. And it's like, okay, maybe this is what he looks like in Book of Boba, because I really think he's going to be in it. But
I think so too. But
Oh, he does look different, dude.
yeah, look at it. It's like a different look. Pull it up. Live.
Yeah,
I need.
yeah,
Can
live
you pull it
appearance.
up? Yeah, let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Live appearance. Like he
I
has a
got
whole
you, I got
different
you.
hat. Like the way the brim is different. It's like you don't just accidentally make that.
The hat was tiny.
No, but it has like a cutout
Okay.
in it. Like, look at that.
He looks
like
different. And then let me.
Yeah,
Cad
can you-
Bane.
No, do a different tab. I just want to like. Can you click back and forth?
Yeah.
Like that hat is so different, dude. You cannot convince me that is like that's what they did.
That's
Yeah,
different,
now
dude.
from my memory, that
Oh
hat
wait,
is
you're not able to see it. One
looking
sec.
the same.
Let me get a better view of him.
That ain't no way, man. Ain't no way.
Oh,
I
dude,
think
what if he pulls up a Toto?
I mean,
know,
he's
it'd be
got it in
cool.
the figure. If that figure, I mean, maybe they just had. Who knows? Would he'd have Toto? Assume.
Dude, I don't think there's no way they would leak a.
Well, I don't think they
Like a
leaked it. I think they just guffed. I think they chuffed it. I think they were probably working on.
I don't know.
Hold up, I'm gonna show you.
Well, that's
what
just
we-
that's so weird. Why would
I'm
like
a
it's
little
not?
skeptical about that, but I do.
Look at the hat. Like it's a whole
Yeah,
different
it's-
hat.
that
Like
is
that's not
not
even
the
that's not
same
even
hat.
It's
remote.
literally
It's not even
close.
remotely the same.
Not even
But
remotely
the shirt
same.
is the same.
It's
what
true.
he's
Shirt
Like,
is the
wearing.
same,
like
but
part of the
that
design
hat
of the
is not
shirt.
even-
So do you think maybe they gave him like, they gave them art or like some
Was that?
kind of
I wonder if
concept?
that was an early concept.
Maybe, but that's like a real early concept then, because that you can't like of all the things to change about CAD, the hat is not one of them. Like, why
The
would
hat
you
looks
make
weird too? In the
Yeah, like-
photo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
don't like the
goofy.
look of that hat.
goofy look?
Anyways, but I don't think they would screw that up. That's just my
Maybe.
my
Yeah.
theory, I guess. But
Yeah. I
anyways,
mean, Funko's too big of a line to like.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
I don't know.
expect
The
it
way they've
from
been
them.
pumping out Mando figures, though, they could pump out anything in Book of Boba because Mando has been their most
No,
successful
that's
line.
true, but like I don't
recently.
think they would. They wouldn't
Yeah.
do it by mistake, technically. Like months before the show even comes out,
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
and like we don't even know for sure if he's in it. So there's that thing too. So it's just like I don't know.
Right.
I don't think
Like
so. But anyways,
we don't have a great Luke Skywalker, and you think that Luminara Unduli. Like, what are you saying to me, man? Like,
I like my prequel shelf. I like my Clone Wars shelf. That is what I think about. All
I
right.
know, but there's so many other figures.
I agree. That was just what I came up with an example, man. I don't know why
It was
this is
just
being talked
in
about
Johnny's
so much.
weird cracked
Johnny's
out
weird
head.
cracked theory, man.
I just
casually-
have
I
a,
like it though. Watch Luminara be the next figure reveal.
my
I'll
prequel
bl- I'll
shelf is
lose
my
it.
is my pride and
I'll
joy.
lose it.
Levi
My Clone Wars
has to
shelf is my
leave all
pride
new
and joy,
nerds.
man.
If
Honestly,
that's
no,
the,
but Dylan, you can't say that because that actually might be true because they just made a new sculpt for TVC. Like they would scale it up and just use it for Luminara.
I'm just trying to find a way to get you out off the channel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No, for real though, like we need more episode 3 figs. Look, like there's no Captain
I
Typho or
agree.
Panaka or.
Yes, I agree. More prequel.
Once again,
figures.
I'm
Thank you.
just throwing out figures that actually are characters that have time and lines. Just putting that out there.
Okay,
you
but they're like cool figures. I don't know. I think Luminar would be a pretty cool figure.
know. All right, whatever, man.
Kiadi Monday, pretty cool.
Hey, let's
figure.
all right. Let's rank all of Luminara and
Eth Koth, pretty cool figure.
right now.
All right,
Eth
people.
Koth. Eth Koth is in one shot. If anything, they do an Agent Kolar
It's a cool figure. Okay.
because Agent
Okay.
Here we
Kolar
go.
is the
Here we
one in
have-
episode 3.
The
Okay.
opening crawl ranking numbers. We got
Long
Johnny,
awaited.
me, and Levi. So I think we're just gonna start. We're gonna go down the line here, or we'll do it. We'll each start at our 9, and then we'll work up our list.
And whoever says it, if it's one that hasn't been read, I'm gonna read it out loud. If you say it, just
All right.
if you don't know it.
Well, so I think everyone got the gist. Johnny, you want to start us out with your
gisty gist.
lowest rank?
Number 9. What's your number 9, man?
My number 9
Large.
is number 9. Episode
Ah,
9.
the Rise of Skywalker. All right.
The
The
Rise of
dead speak.
Skywalker.
The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge, and the sinister voice of the late Emperor Palpatine. General Leia Organa dispatches secret agents to gather intelligence while Rey, the last hope of the Jedi, trains for battle against the diabolical First Order. Meanwhile, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren rages in search of the Phantom Emperor, determined to destroy any threat to his power. That's last, dude. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's
Not my
nuts.
thing.
That one's
my
got
thing.
so much good stuff going in it.
Give us your
Yeah,
walk
why-
us through your head.
Yeah, walk us through.
Well, I honestly ranked it like with how intriguing the first line of each opening crawl was. That's kind of how I looked at it. Obviously, like I read through every
Do you
single
think that
one.
do you
but
think that the dead
I
speak
really-
is an uninteresting line?
I really focused. I think there's better ones. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad one, but
I'll give
also
you my take when we get there. But
I do have a
I
little bit
agree.
of bias with the movies and with my liking and ranking of the movie. So there's partly to do with that. And
You don't have to like the movie, but like
Yeah.
I think the way that it sets up the movie, like going from he rages in search of the Phantom Emperor, like going into him on Mustafar just ripping through fools, like it's
I
such a
don't know.
good flow.
it's just not my.
Right.
I don't know.
think.
I think I
I
love
don't
the
know.
lines.
I don't
love
have too much passion behind this answer.
I
to be
love
honest.
diabolical First Order. I mean, it's not that.
Glad you love it, man. I'm so happy for you.
For the
I'm so
record,
happy.
or at least how mine go, I don't
is good, man.
dislike necessarily any of them. I mean, they're all cool. You know,
I
they're all
didn't
pretty
say I
sweet, but-
disliked any of them.
yeah.
I just like one of them.
Well,
I don't know
I-
which one this is.
I actually really
Okay.
dislike one. And
So
That's
I
what
have
goes
no
in.
idea what Dylan and Levi are, and I don't think we have any idea. What any of
I'm
us are gonna
wondering
be.
if
So
mine's gonna
Dylan,
be a hot
Dylan, what is
take.
your 9?
the Phantom Menace one ain't that
I
great, dude.
totally
Phantom
disagree.
Menace. Here we go.
I got the Phantom
Turmoil.
Menace on 9.
Turmoil
Totally
has
disagree.
engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Hoping to resolve the matter of the blockade of deadly battleships, the Greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo, while the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of
Oh
events.
yeah,
the
that's
Supreme
interesting
Chancellor,
stuff.
the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to
That's
settle
better.
the conflict.
I live this every day. Every day I turn on the news and I can see that scrolling on the bottom of the
That's way
CNN.
cooler.
It's it's like, oh man, we got. Don't worry, watch out. Nothing's happened.
I love
Hey, Turmoil.
the
has
Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace
That's
and
the
justice in
one
the
cool
galaxy, to
part.
settle the
Yeah.
conflict. That's a cool
I-
line, dude.
so-
They're not going there to
You
like.
got a
be
bad
cool.
opinion, man.
The
You got a
Jedi
bad
are going
opinion,
there.
man.
The Jedi are going there to just be like, yo, chill.
no,
Like, they're
I'm
not
with,
supposed
Yeah,
to
it's
uh,
bring
sick.
out
And
their
then
lightsabers.
look where we go. Look where we go. Like that. I love the beginning of Phantom Menace. Like they like go
no,
through the hallway.
Johnny.
I'm taking the movie completely out.
Better
of it.
Yeah,
wrong, man.
take the movie. Take the movie. I think you. I was saying this to
But
the
it
guys.
but you just said
I
it
know. I was saying.
transitions into
I
the
was
movie
saying. Yeah.
so well.
I was. Hold on. I was saying this to the guys before the show. I would not rank the crawls based on how much you like the movie, but you can.
I'm not.
I know.
So
I know. I'm
listen,
explaining to the audience, but you can change your opinion of the crawl based on how the crawl connects to the movie. But I don't think the quality of the movie should matter here. It's how it connects. And I think.
It transitions.
I think
beautifully.
I think taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems in dispute is like the worst line in the Star Wars crawl. Johnny, what are you
But-
talking about? Like,
I-
what are you saying?
but
to me,
it
man?
sets up the movie, man. I don't know.
Does it? Like,
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it
I don't
does,
think,
but that doesn't.
I literally don't think they talk about taxes once in the whole movie. I don't think it comes
Listen,
up.
Listen. I start this movie, and
Don't
the first
agree.
thing is about these,
Don't
like Congress debating for
Ugh.
trade routes. I think it's cool in Star Wars, but that's like, I think that's
Okay.
like probably one of the most boring parts of the Phantom Menace
See,
and the
now,
prequels in general.
I lean more towards Johnny in the fact that I think it fits with the film really well. I think Phantom Menace works
Beautifully.
really well
Yep.
as this like little window into the galaxy and this fun adventure. Like you can watch that movie totally apart from all the other ones. Like it's the perfect
Sure.
episode 1 in my opinion.
I
But in
believe
terms of
that as
the
well.
the crawls, man, in terms of like the serial pop factor, I like this one. I like
Okay.
all of them really, except for one. But I don't
Okay.
think I'm with Dill that it's at the bottom. It's towards the bottom.
You're putting
Okay.
it down.
Yeah,
Cool.
and no, it's not my number 9, but it's at the
Gotcha,
bottom.
gotcha.
It's towards the bottom.
All right,
Okay.
well, why don't you give us your?
I
number one?
I want to hear this one so badly. I want to hear this one so badly.
My least favorite crawl. I think this crawl is. I don't like it. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. I think this crawl.
So
I think this crawl
wrong.
is nonsensical, man. Luke Skywalker has returned to his home planet of Tatooine in an attempt to rescue his friend Han Solo from the clutches of vile gangster Jabba the Hutt. Little does Luke know that the Galactic Empire has secretly begun construction on a new armored space station, even more powerful than the first dreaded Death
Are you
Star.
kidding me?
When completed, this ultimate weapon will spell certain doom for the small band of rebels struggling to restore freedom to the galaxy. What
I
does
don't think it's
any
that
of that?
cool.
What does any of that have to do with Luke? Luke is who cares if Luke knows he's building a second Death Star? That has nothing to do with the story. It's like
I agree.
little does Luke know. Who cares? Like none of that has to do with anything. Like
Don't agree.
Well,
don't know,
also
man.
the way I see that too is like before seeing the movie, like another Death Star. What that? Like, why do we another one? You're doing it again. Like, I know that's a common complaint throughout Star Wars in general.
Yeah, Star Wars and super
but
weapons,
like,
man.
yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. I don't think Return of the Jedi's
Nah,
opening
man, it's
crawl
like-
is, anything special.
It's like the whole the whole 2 paragraphs about the weapon, and it's all focusing on the Death Star. None of that has literally anything to do with like the real core emotional plot of the film. It's about
Right.
Vader and Luke and him redeeming his father. Like
The only part I like
Darth
is the
Vader-
first.
Darth Vader isn't even mentioned in the crawl. The movie culminates with his redemption. Like it's I like the
Okay.
Luke Skywalker going to his home planet of Tatooine, which is already like it's the whole gang. I don't like how the OT crawls, Empire and Jedi really focus on Luke because Han and Leia are doing stuff too. Like Empire says, we'll get there.
I
But
agree. I think
it's just weird, man.
I think
I
it
don't
should have
think
focused on Han and Leia and like even
I just-
Lando. I would say just a
I
little bit more.
I don't think it reflects the film like at all. Like the whole oh my god, it's gonna be a better Death Star. That doesn't even like the whole thing is a trap anyway. That doesn't matter.
Right,
Like it's
right.
all bait. Like for Luke. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I agree with you.
It doesn't hit with me. I watched that crawl and I love Return of the
I don't
Jedi. It's-
necessarily agree, but
But
that's,
I think it's just
an
I think it's
interesting
weird.
argument.
I think it's just off. I think the whole it just doesn't fit. I don't know.
It's a valid argument. It's a
It's
valid
weirdo.
argument.
Weirdo.
Valid argument.
Johnny, you want to take us into your number 8?
My 8th spot is this one. This one was tough. And
I swear to God, if he goes, it's the Phantom Menace.
it's Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
It was Phantom Menace. Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Yeah.
Phantom
Is it,
Menace. Yeah,
is it really?
yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah.
You're the worst.
After all that
Why,
debate.
why did you? Why? You're joking, right?
Actually, hold on.
This is a
I
joke.
could be joking.
This is a joke. No way you just went so hard for Phantom Menace and then you just number 8.
Yeah, it's tied with another, but I'll just for the point I'm just not changing it right now. I'll just say Phantom Menace.
This is bunk, man. This is bunk.
TPM. I mean, it's
What?
not a great crawl, man. I'll be
No,
honest.
I know, but it's just why if you fought it that hard, I expected at least to be in the top half.
It's playing
I don't know.
devil's
I
adv.
don't know. I'm just playing. I
Devil's
just like it.
advocate.
He was just
That was fine.
playing. He was playing.
He's
playing,
playing
man.
with us.
He's
I
playing,
don't think
man.
There's much more that needs to be said about that.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's going to be much more that has to be said about 9. It's Return of the Jedi for 8.
Yeah,
It's a bad
man.
opinion.
Man, Dill and I are tracking similar.
It's not that good. It's not that
Is
good.
it?
I
on
know.
that track.
Yeah, we were talking about this when you were away, Johnny. Like the movie opens with Vader talking to Moff Gerard about Palpatine, but Vader and Palpatine aren't even in the crawl. And then it cuts to like 40 minutes of Jabba's palace, but it builds like, oh, the second Death Star, it's gonna blow everything up. Luke, only if Luke can figure it out. Not once is that a plot point. He doesn't give a damn. It's all about him and his dad. Like he wants, I don't know, man. Weird.
Wacky bongo.
Nutso bongo
wacky.
take. Nutso bongo.
Well, Levo, why don't you give us your number 8?
It's Phantom Menace.
Jeez. All right, me and you. I wonder if we're gonna switch up a lot.
I think I maybe. I mean, so we all have Phantom Menace in the bottom too, which I think
Yeah.
you would think would mean we could agree about its out there status among the crawls, but
Because it's yeah. I mean, we beat it to death, but it's like, listen, man, the trade routes and trade
Taxation.
disputes are not the most interesting part of your movies.
well,
So
see, I would push back on that. I just think that because I think I don't like people going, oh, there's too much politics in Phantom Menace.
Right.
Because I don't really think there is that much, and even the stuff
That's
that's in
fair.
there is good. I think it's all good. I love Phantom Menace.
Well, my
in term-
also thing is,
but in terms of a
Phantom Menace-
crawl, it's just a
Keep going.
weird thing for you want a 9-year-old to read
yeah,
and try and understand. Like no way. I've watched that movie so many times as a kid. No chance I internalized any of those
No,
first
me
2
neither.
paragraphs once. Like,
well, I have
went
always
way over my head.
actually found the beginning of Phantom Menace to be like really confusing, especially when I was like 12. I was
Oh
like,
my
I
god,
don't
yeah.
really
I
know
was
what's
like,
happening.
are these people
why?
in the ship Jedi and the gun comes down and
Yeah,
blasts the
yeah.
Radiant 7? I'm like, what just happened? And then
I was like, wait, why is the Trade Federation like? So they're like a sort of in between, but why are the Jedi here? Like, I don't. It was.
oh yeah,
weird
man,
stuff.
I had no idea what was going on.
It still is a little convoluted, in my opinion,
Ah,
for like a casual viewer. I think it's it's pretty insane, but oh well, that's Star Wars,
the
right?
Trade Federation. Yeah, okay. Star Wars. All right, Johnny. Do you have a 7?
Johnny, number 7.
Number 7, baby.
I do. And for
You
the
mar- you'll,
sake
mar-
of
you'll marry me?
for the
I,
sake
I
of
do.
for the sake of
For the
For the sake
sake
of
of
what?
for the sake of a
what?
joke, for the sake of a joke here, my 7 is Return of the Jedi.
you know,
Was it actually?
It. I'll say my actual one. It's the Last Jedi, I think.
okay. What was your okay, before I get into that, let me read the Last Jedi crawl.
Yeah.
The First Order reigns, having decimated the peaceful Republic. Supreme Leader Snoke now deploys his merciless legions to seize military control of the galaxy. Only General Leia's Organa's band of resistant fighters stand against the troll or whatever you said. Stand against the
Yes.
rising tyranny, certain that Jedi Master Luke Skywalker will return and restore a spark of hope to the fight. But as the resistance has been exposed, as the First Order speeds towards the rebel base, the brave heroes must mount a desperate escape.
It's a good one, but I think there's better ones. That's my opinion.
It's fair.
So, hold on, before we get into The Last Jedi,
It's a damn good one. I think it
why-
definitely sets up each.
why
plot.
was Return about to be there? Did you have them close, or were you just doing it
for the reasons you guys argued? It was either. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
See, Last Jedi is. I mean, it's higher on my list. I'll say that. I think the Last Jedi crawl is like, it's killer.
It's pretty sweet.
Like coming off of Force Awakens, and the movie
It's-
picks up right off of Force Awakens. It gives you a picture of the galaxy. Supreme Leader Snoke is deploying his legions to seize military control, and then they want Luke Skywalker. He's gonna come back and restore a
It's a good
spark of hope to
crawl.
the fight. So it gives you that expectation, and then like I don't know,
good
like
crawl.
literally as it
Doesn't-
fades, like the words go up, and then what you just read starts to happen. Like they mount a desperate escape, and then it starts to happen. Like I love that, man. I think it's a good one.
I
Your
hear
thoughts,
ya.
Dilson?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much for my list, also, but I think Last Jedi one's pretty baller as well.
I think it's a good one.
But yeah, I don't know.
I-
I'll talk about it more once we get there because I don't want to exhaust my
Yeah.
opinions. But I will
Tell's-
give you my number 7.
tell's
and
number
it
7.
is The Rise of Skywalker,
All right.
and I will tell you why in a second. All right.
Yeah,
So,
like
well,
yeah.
you
Go
already
ahead. Go
read
ahead.
it.
Rise of the
go ahead.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
The
go
Rise
ahead.
of Skywalker one starts
Rise of the
off-
Skywalker.
The Dead speak, pretty cool.
The Rise of the Skywalker.
Whoopsies. Just the one and only.
The one
Um,
and only.
So the Dead speak, pretty cool line, but then followed by the galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, and it's just like Palpatine on his podcast. I guess I was going into the movie. I was like, "What? Wait!
Gives
Slow
me a bad
down."
memory.
You
like,
didn't see
tell-
it in Fortnite? Fool.
Yeah, right. I guess not.
That's
Oh my
like, I
god, I
know he's-
forgot about that.
It's literally
Oh
where
my
the broadcast
God.
is. You can listen. You can see it. It exists. They recorded it. It's in
Yeah.
Fortnite.
But I was like, okay,
Ugh.
let's slow it down a bit.
God, the movie
That's
was
really the only
mess.
part I
Sorry.
like that
Sorry.
really brings it down for me. I think I think the last line is why it's not lower on the list.
The last one is sick.
Kylo Ren rages in search of the
Search of
Phantom Emperor. Like, come on,
That's badass, man.
sick.
Come on, man.
Because it calls back to Phantom Menace.
Right.
Like,
The Rise of Skywalker just gives me a
Yeah.
bad memory. I think it's
But
I don't think it's a good crawl either.
in
but-
terms of crawls, I don't
I
think it's
like
incredible.
Diabolical First Order too.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I think
But
that's cool.
that's how like you explain or like one. I don't understand why the Emperor did that, but that goes more into the movie. I just think the first part's little
It's coming
weird.
back, man. It's the Return of the Sith. It's a master plan.
True.
It's true.
And people tuned in to FM radio.
They tuned in.
where he
Yeah.
let them know.
On his podcast.
Yes.
How can you imagine that? You know, like sports guys. It's like, here's Palpatine. So the Sith's coming back.
It's like a Monday Night Football
Yeah.
trailer. You know when they drop
Yeah.
like the book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. This Sunday in 16 hours, Palpatine returns to the
Yeah.
galaxy.
And I'm back.
Yeah, seriously. See it for the second time, for the first time.
You better get ready because it's not gonna fail a third
Yeah.
time.
Get ready. Wait, why do you sound like Count Chocula?
No, what the?
Because
He's like-
he's more
he's
Count Chocula, I think.
Or what is it?
He's more Count
is he?
Chocula than Palpatine in Rise of Skywalker.
That's fair.
General Pride.
General Pride.
Well,
Sid
Levi, why don't you give us
Destroyer.
your 7th?
All right, this is definitely gonna
Don't
be
kill
controversial.
me. I'm too weak. Sorry.
Please, I'm too weak.
I'm too weak.
So this is definitely going to be controversial. So really, I mean, Return of the Jedi is the only one I actually have a problem with. I like all the other ones,
Should I
but
prepare
here it
to
is.
Throw my laptop.
Here it is, number 7, A New Hope. A New Hope.
Come on, man. Nah.
It is episode 4, New Hope. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first
This
victory
one
against the
is
evil
a-
Galactic Empire.
Sorry.
During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship, custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. It's a
Hell
good
yeah.
one. I think. I mean, it establishes Star Wars. You know, it's the intro to Star Wars. I mean,
You're-
it's so
whatever you're
it's
about
so
to say
good.
is gonna be a knife through my heart, dude.
It's so good.
This one is.
It's
much-
so good that they made a whole movie based on the first 2 paragraphs.
It's
but,
true.
But
That's
do you see
good reason.
that first 2 movie that first 2 paragraphs actually in the movie? No. So I'm not gonna factor in Rogue One, and now I understand what those first 2 paragraphs are to give it a bump. I think that it's just kind of vague, you know. I think it's like, okay, it's generic, it's good, it
Right.
sets it up, but it's not like, I don't know, it doesn't give me enough to work with.
I'm gonna hold off on my rebuttal because I don't know. I wanna
that one-
talk
that one-
about
that one
mine when it
pains
gets
me.
to me.
Yeah,
But
I just
I'm
like
I'm
I
a
don't know.
fan. I'm a
I don't know,
fan.
man. It is a period of civil war. Like, all right, true that. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory. It's like,
You
I
will.
don't know,
It doesn't
making
lie. It doesn't lie to you.
making it.
It tells you like it is.
It's just very. It is the most like the Flash Gordon serials, I think, of all of them. It just says
Absolutely,
what has happened
which is
Yeah.
cool.
without much like. There's no
You-
like theme presented. It is
You're
just
using these as bad points, but I think they're all good points.
no, I mean we'll get to it
Just
later.
me.
Like, but like I don't know. It's very yes. The Death Star is an armored space station with enough
Hell yeah,
power
it
to
is.
destroy an entire planet. To be fair, I've never
That's
been a fan of it.
frightening.
I've never been a
frightening.
fan of the Death Star. I've
Sure.
thought it's kind of goofy, but I don't know. It's
Okay.
Star Wars. It's just Star Wars.
Alright.
It's like it's OG, but New Hope's never been my favorite one. So I don't know.
Okay.
Fair.
Ironically, I always gravitated to Return of the Jedi, but I would skip past the crawl. Just go-
Just because you didn't want to read it.
no, I mean basically, I would just skip to the Jabba's palace. I just watch that over and over again.
All right, Johnny. Number 6, baby.
Return of
Number
the
6.
Jedi
Yeah.
is my number
Yeah.
6. I
Yep.
think now thinking about it, I would have put it a little bit lower because I was thinking about it. It's like, what was the biggest thing that I wanted to know something about?
Exactly, it doesn't tell
after,
you anything.
after
It
watching
tells you-
Empire Strikes Back, and
it gives you
it's
none of it.
Han, and they don't give you
Right.
anything with Han, so that's a big thing.
Right. Good thing there's a comic book.
but I do
run
like-
about it now.
I do like, I
Huh?
don't know, I do like
Comic book?
focusing on Luke.
What about comics?
No, I said good thing there's a comic book run about it now.
No, not even
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
they didn't even explain.
Oh yeah, it's just all of a
things.
sudden.
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
they're
Jabba's-
just. They're
But
just
again,
like,
I feel like it was a good
I know,
reveal
and like they
to
could have.
the movie. So I don't know. I don't.
Return of the Jedi, man, has a lot of the original trilogy in filmmaking has a lot of parallels to the sequel trilogy, in which there was a filmmaker, George J.J. They make a first movie. There's a second movie, Irvin Kershner, Ryan Johnson, taking a different direction, and then the third movie, they return to the familiar things from the first iteration of the trilogy. Like they could have, you could have taken Han anywhere. Jabba could have been anywhere, but they're like, oh, it's on Luke's homeworld of Tatooine, and you know what?
Yeah.
We're going back, and it's gonna be a fun, cool, like, yeah, the first 40 of this minutes are just like,
Going back,
oh,
baby.
remember the first one? It's Han Solo
Right.
and Jabba the Hutt. And then it just completely shifts to, hey, Luke, you need to rescue your father, and now it's this emotional tale about like your being. And but the last 2 paragraphs of that crawl are just the Death Star. There's another one. Oh, it's
Yeah.
big. It's
You
real
scared?
big. And what if Luke
That's
finds
true
out
though.
about it?
That's
Like,
kind of
what-
exciting though.
But what does
Yeah.
Luke have to do with it? Nothing. Why is it
If Luke finds out about it, what do you mean?
who cares? Why? But like, why is it little does Luke know? Luke's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with it, man.
Because Luke's our main
He's our
hero, our
hero.
titular
He's our
I know,
character.
He's our protag.
but I don't think at a single point in the movie Return of the Jedi does he even say a single word about the Death Star.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Not even once. Like that is
No,
not.
he's on
his,
it.
That is
Yeah,
not
again,
his plane.
His mission is more about saving his father.
It's about
than
his
it
dad, man.
is-
It's
yeah,
about
yeah,
his
yeah.
dad.
That's true.
All right, that was the 6.
alright.
That was the 6.
Well, for I guess
Fair, I
for
guess.
my 6, I don't want to hurt you guys here, but I
I
think
don't want to. I don't want.
Attack of the Clones hits 6 for me.
You
Ah.
are so incorrect.
I
I'm
think
with
it's
Johnny
good.
on
No,
this
here's the
one.
thing.
Hold on.
Here's
We
the thing.
read,
From the
we
Rise of
read,
Skywalker up,
We
I
read,
think
we
they're good.
read,
We
and then
read.
we
Gotcha.
begin.
There is unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousand solar systems have declared their intentions to leave the Republic. Holy shit!
Yeah.
This separatist movement under
Holy
the
shit is
leadership
not in the. Hey, that's not in the.
and this separatist movement under the leadership of the mysterious Count Dooku has made it difficult for the limited number of Jedi Knights to maintain peace and order in the galaxy. Senator Amidala, the former Queen of Naboo, is returning to the Galactic Senate to vote on the critical issue of creating an army of the Republic to assist the overwhelmed Jedi.
It's sick. It's sick. I really don't have much bad to say about it. I'll be honest. Like, I think from 6 up, it's all just like bangers.
Yeah, that's a banger crawl to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
a-
up there.
that's a-
That's up there. Don't want to spoil where.
I don't want to
wanna
spoil it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil where it falls, but like
Yeah.
I love that second paragraph, man. Even though, because right, Count Dooku is one of the biggest problems of the prequel trilogy. If you just watch them as movies, he's in it for like 2 seconds. He's in the end. He has a duel. and the
Without
next
Clone
one,
Wars, it's weird.
he gets
He's
his head
weird.
chopped off. It's weird.
Yeah.
But in the crawl to introduce him as the mysterious Count Dooku. And like the galaxy is coming
That's
apart at the
pretty dope,
seams,
man.
and the Jedi are like they're struggling to
That's
maintain order.
pretty
It just
dope,
I think
man.
it sets up, man. I think it sets it up so cool. There's an army of the Republic, and it's like is what is happening. Like I don't know. I like it. I'm a big
I
fan.
do too. I do too.
It's
Big
cool
fan
stuff.
over here.
Big crawl.
Big
I
fan,
like it.
Spider-Man.
What's your
If it was another day, I might even put it up higher. But
what's
right
your negatory take on it? Why is it so low?
now- I don't know. Just comparing it to the other ones that are above it, I thought that they just this was why it was hard for me, because once I got here, I was like, oh man, which one do I like better? So like I said, another day it could be in the top 4, top 3.
Another day, another
So,
dollar.
I guess it's my answers will come as I get higher.
Yeah.
As to why. I just think it's kind of MIDI. I don't know. Good MIDI. As far as the good goes, it's MIDI for the good.
MIDI for the good.
MIDI for the good.
I
You want to give us a number? Your number 6, Levi.
Numero 6, episode 7, The Force Awakens. Luke Skywalker has vanished. In his absence, the sinister First Order has risen from the ashes of the Empire and will not rest until Skywalker, the last Jedi, I like that, has been destroyed. With the support of the Republic, General Leia Organa leads a brave resistance. She is desperate to find her brother Luke and gain his help in restoring peace and justice to the galaxy. Leia has sent her most daring pilot on a secret mission to Jakku, where an old ally has discovered a clue to Luke's whereabouts.
What is wrong with this one?
I'm
What?
sensing some pushback.
This one's sick.
My God, yeah.
This
Like
sounds awesome.
you are so wrong. Oh
No,
my goodness.
I think this
This
was
one
like
was so hype and like set it up so well.
honestly. I think
filled in the gaps a fair good amount.
honestly,
I don't know.
I'm not going to, but honestly, looking at it now, I'd probably put this one at 7 and New Hope at 6. Like for me,
Oof.
I love Luke Skywalker's advantage, but
It's rough.
just
That's
being
rough,
like,
man.
I don't know. I think it's a tell, not show, and even then, it's a pretty bad tell. It's like, oh yeah, there's the First Order is a thing. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
Luke Skywalker's
Right.
gone.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mm-mm.
All right.
that's fair, but that's
No.
just how they decided to do the movies, and I think
And
that's
then-
like it, especially for the first movie in the new trilogy. I think it's a really cool way to like set it
The
up.
beginning line, dude. Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker has vanished.
Yeah, it's like
What now?
What? He's gone. He's
What
not here.
now? Where is
not-
he?
Where is
Are
he?
you kidding
And
me?
I know,
Immediately
but-
raises questions.
So yeah, that's good. I like that. I like Luke Skywalker's advantage, and I also like where an old ally has discovered a clue. I like the whole Jakku thing, but everything in the
Yeah.
middle about the exposition of the galaxy is just bad and kind of
And it
wrong.
transitions so well.
I
into
don't
the
know.
movie,
Like
it's
I understand
just-
why. I understand why it had to be done because
Mm-mm,
it's 30
mm-mm.
years later, and as a big fan of the sequels, I appreciate the fact that it's like, okay, you just had to tell the story, and I like reading the expanded stuff. I understand why it's politically different. Like, oh, the Empire's still around. Like, it's not really the same. But in
Right.
terms of a crawl, like I get why, because it's 30 years later. You have to establish 30 years have passed. A lot of stuff has happened. You can't fit that all in there. But I don't know. I think like it could have been Luke Skywalker has vanished after Han's dialogue when he talks about Ben. That's the crawl to me, man. About how a student ruined the order, and
Okay.
and ran off like that. That to me is like the better story is about the
That's
contents
not.
of this
But that's
movie.
not what we. That's not what like.
I know, but like Luke
That's not
Skywalker's
what we
vanished.
know.
His
Like-
order,
like,
his
think
order
about-
has
think about the
collapsed after one of
mindset
his
going
students.
Think about going into the movie. We did not know much, and I think that.
I know, so tell us
Beautiful
about
way to
Kylo
set up the
Ren.
movie.
Like, tell us about
And then we learned about Kylo Ren in the movie, dude. That
Yeah, I like
agree.
how it's done, and
I
I
agree,
like
man.
how it's like you're like, wait, where's Luke
Kylo
throughout
Ren
the
is supposed to be
entire
focused
movie
on in the
until
movie,
like you
yes.
get little bits and pieces up until the very end where he's And
We're
again,
supposed to
that's
read the crawl. For
related
the
to-
familiar stuff is supposed to be in the crawl.
This is very ironic because I bet you I like The Force Awakens more than either of you.
I like The
So-
Force Awakens.
Oh, the movie itself. Well,
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean,
it.
we're ranking crawls here, buddy.
I know it's true. I just think it's funny. It's funny how the crawls fall, how the cruels
Well,
how the
Just
cruels
you wait until you see where it is.
Johnny,
the-
why don't you give us your number
how,
5?
how the cruels crumble.
Mine is A New Hope. It's it's classic, it's original, it started it all. I do agree, it's very Flash Gordon, which I like, but
Yeah.
it does leave a little bit of datedness to it. I do think it's a
a great word
killer
for it.
first line. It's a period of civil war. Okay, so like we're in dark times now.
It doesn't feel
Yeah,
like that. Though, you know?
I think it sets up the movie really well. Honestly, like I don't really have anything too many bad things to say about the movie. About the crawl, but I do think there's just like there's bangers above it, and I think this one is
I
is
hope we
good.
all
It
have the
sets up the
same number
movie,
one. I think there is a
and
definitive banger amongst these.
I
There's
don't
a
know if we
definitive
have the
banger, but-
same. I don't think we do.
I don't think we got
Yeah.
different tastes in crawls.
Given this list so far, I don't think we do. But that's mine. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great.
Yeah,
But I
there's
do
some of
think
them
that
you just
there's ones that are
not
much
much to
better.
say. It's
I
good
told
stuff.
you, man, my list is cursed.
My
Yeah, you
I
gotta-
think because there isn't much to say about A New Hope, that's the reason why it's so low. Although, yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
because you already
okay.
said it too. I didn't want to just.
Well, you'll
repeat,
be my
but-
top
Yeah,
three
yeah,
is gonna shock you. Well, my number 5, I got Empire Strikes Back here.
all right, here, time to read. Time to read. It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has
Yeah.
been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. God tier line right here. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet. Hell yeah.
Oof.
A group
Hell
of
yeah.
freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker
That's
has
right.
established a new secret base
right.
on a remote ice world of Hoth. The evil Darth Lord Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far
It's
reaches
true.
of space.
It's true.
Now,
It's I think I really like this one. I like how well it reflects the movie. You know, it literally starts out, it's like it's a dark time for the rebellion. It's like, yeah, I think it might be. Like coming
Yeah.
off the Death Star
It's a good
and then
one.
like the rebellion's in a dark place. It's like, whoa, what's going on here?
it's 3 years later, man. The
Um,
dreaded Imperial Starfleet.
Yeah, I do like a lot of the wording in this one. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Again,
I got
6 and
some
up
beef
are,
with it.
like, all bangers.
I got some
Um,
beef.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't like that it says a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a
Yeah.
new secret base.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
not even true. Like,
Right,
not even in the
it's-
context of the movies is that true. Like,
Mm.
Mon Mothma is the head of the rebellion in 6, and Leia is in charge, and there's like General Riken is there. Like, at no point
I
is
think
Luke
they focus
in
on
charge
Luke too much
in the
these,
crawls.
in the
Yeah, and
crawls,
that's
yeah.
what I was saying, man. In episode 5 and 6, Luke gets way too much emphasis. These stories there are other characters who are doing those things.
Right,
Johnny
right.
Johnny squinted. Johnny doesn't have much to
No,
say.
I'm making sure that my list is correct.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying though,
Got it.
Johnny? About
Yes, I
the
do
about the
agree.
Luke thing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like Luke,
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
he's just a
Fair point.
guy. Like
He
in
is
the
just a
movie,
guy.
I'm saying in the context of the movie, like he's just a guy who he gets lost. Like there's other people in
Right.
command.
But
I mean,
it
he's
does.
not
It
even,
does.
like-
It gets you excited though. I
He's
don't
not
know.
even
Gets me
baller by
hyped.
this point. He's like
I
still
know.
kind of a nobody. Like he's not lead.
He
Like
better be
I
baller,
mean,
though.
he blew up the Death Star, so it's like okay.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
I mean,
someone, but he's not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
leader
yeah.
of the
That's
whole
pretty
rebellion.
baller, dude. I don't know.
Right.
I think
he's
that's
still
something
like
to-
he's
something
still
to brag
learning his
about.
way. Like he's no way a leader. And he,
I think. I don't know if I could. Agree with that.
No, Leia is that man. Leia is the
Yeah.
rebellion leader in that movie. Like it's
Right.
That's that's fair. I guess
she
you could-
literally
you
is
should have
that
the title.
character
That's
in
fair.
the film.
That's fair.
Well, Levi, why don't you give us your number 5?
Okay, so a little caveat here. Caveat: my number 5 is
Mm.
the Rise of Skywalker. But if we were including Solo in this is where I would put Solo. And I really
Okay.
like just putting that out there. But yeah, the Rise of Skywalker is right here for me.
Mm.
This one is like, I don't know, man. It just takes you into it. Like it, I like the dead speak, the threat of revenge, and the sinister voice. The wording is here is just diabolical. First Order, secret agents, the last hope of the Jedi. You know, Kylo Ren rages in search of the Phantom Emperor. Like when I was watching this in the theater, I remember actually specifically because this movie had god awful leaks. So leaks aplenty. When the crawl
Brutal.
leaked,
Brutal
that was
leaks.
the one. That was like the one thing I could say from the leaks that I was unequivocally. I was like, I love this. I remember the moment I read that crawl for the first time on Reddit, and I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, that is cool. I think it's cool, man. I just like there's no. This one is just a preference thing. Like I think the content of it is cool. I like the way the intonation is. I love there's only 2 in here. Well, I think there's like 3. I think Last Jedi Revenge of the Sith, and Rise of Skywalker all have the definitive opening statement. It's the First Order reigns, war, or
Right,
the
right.
dead speak. Like I like that punch of like, okay, we're doing a Star War right now. Here's the thing, get your ass going. And I like I
Right.
said earlier, I love the transition of Kylo rages to him literally raging, chopping fools in half, cutting off their arms.
Hmm.
I like it. It's good
Yeah,
flow.
the wording in this one is dope. I just
I
think
like the words.
some of
It's
the
good flow.
content,
It's not my thing.
some of the content ain't all there.
It's
But,
diabolical, man. The
not
word
my thing.
diabolical.
Why don't you give us your number
So
4?
my number
It's
4.
sick.
I'm making sure this was what I believed. I do.
The Gilder. The blade that
Let me
pierced your
let me
father's
do one
heart
more little quick look here.
came from the diabolical First Order.
I think it's Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the
I think
Clones.
it's Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
It is a good one, man.
It's a banger. It gets you hyped. I love the there is unrest in the Galactic Senate. That's a cool line, I think.
Yeah, it's better
And
than.
I especially love how it transitions because the
Oh,
beginning scene it
the
opens
upside down
on
ship.
on Padme, yeah. And so we go to Senator Amidala, the former Queen of Naboo, is returning to the Galactic Senate, and that literally is how the movie opens. So
Let me
Yeah.
take you. Let me grab your attention before you say anything, Dill. So, Phantom Menace, Episode 1. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Then, Attack of the Clones. There is unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousand solar systems have declared their
That's
intentions
true.
to leave the Republic. Very similar
Right,
first
right.
paragraphs, but Attack of the Clones establishes the turmoil way better and in a much easier way to understand.
I agree.
I would
I don't know.
agree.
I think it's cool, and I love.
Yeah.
I can't
I
get over
was-
the Jedi Knights, man. I love the Jedi Knights line.
It was a
Yes.
issue for me where to put, because I think on another day I might switch Empire and Attack of the Clones. But especially after hearing your guys' fight for it. But
I fight for it, man. I fight for it.
I mean, it is.
Wait, you
it's
said
a
you think
baller
Phantom
intro.
Menace is better than Attack of the Clones?
No, bro. He has
Really?
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace is my least favorite.
No, bro. Yeah, Phantom Menace is my number 8, and I haven't put down Attack of the Clones yet.
Oh, right, because you haven't.
So-
I thought I got
Okay.
confused about your argument for a second. I was
Yeah,
like, wait,
No.
what is
I was
it?
just saying the two are similar, and one does it way better than the other.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely,
right.
absolutely, yes.
And like it's not
Okay.
about the content. Like sometimes the wording of that stuff does matter, and that's why the Rise of Skywalker can flip for you because I like the wording, you
It's
don't.
true.
It's like just
Right.
the way it is.
So that's mine,
That's how it
Dylan.
be.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
No,
The
number
Last
4.
Jedi is my number 4.
It's a good number 4.
Good stuff, man. It's.
It's a mid.
Have we read that? Has someone already had The Last Jedi?
Only
Last Jedi.
Johnny, and he put it at 7.
Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
But we
Yeah, I
read
don't know.
it, we read it.
I just think it's pretty sweet. It's like you get the dropping Snoke on us there, which I think is pretty dope. Because you don't see too much of him in The Force Awakens, and then it's like, okay,
That's
who is
true.
this guy?
He
And then you
was- he
hear
was
that
very
he's
hyped. He was
deploying his
very hyped.
merciless legions to seize the military control of the galaxy. It's like, okay,
It's a
we're moving
badass
along.
line. Like it's a
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the way. It's the same
Oh.
way that New Hope is like. This is an event that's occurring.
Right.
This one lays it out for you, and I like it. I don't know the way.
And
the way
it's a really
exciting.
good transition from all those planets getting destroyed by Starkiller Base into the last. It's very similar to A New Hope to Empire, I think. Sort of like
Yep.
the tones, I guess, of the shift. But I don't know. I think the opening crawl is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And it
Love
starts.
the
It
way- I
starts
love
good. You
the way
really
that-
feel like it's a resistance,
Yeah, I love the way that Last Jedi
Yes.
plays into the politics that were established in the era. Because famously,
Right.
Ryan Johnson helped Claudia Gray on Notes write Bloodline, the main novel of the sequel era that like establishes the politics and like when the First Order like exists and when there's another secession event. Like the
Mhm.
Republic splits again. Like that happens, but not a lot of people know that. But like he helped her write that and like establish the lore of that. And I don't know, I love writing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Crawl, man. I think
Well,
Last Jedi's
Levi,
up there.
why don't you give us your number 4?
It's all right, man. It's all right.
It's all right. Number 4 for me is The Empire Strikes Back. I love this one, but it gets held down by that middle paragraph, man. I like talking about Luke Skywalker finding Hoth. It bothers me a little bit.
No,
I'm like,
me too. I
it's
was like,
just
why
'cause-
is this?
Just because
You
like
could
not
have
only
said
is
it
it
in a very different
yeah
way.
not only is it not really relevant, but it's not true. Like,
Right.
even in the context of the movie, like it's not accurate. It's just
Right.
It's a weird thing to put in the
Like you
crawl,
could
man.
have said like the rebellion bases on the remote world of Hoth, or like
It
Yeah.
sounds
it is
cool
weird.
though.
You could say evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, the rebellion finds shelter on the remote ice world of Hoth.
Right.
Mm.
Like, yeah,
There
it's
you
just
go.
unnecessary fluff to have
Yeah.
like
A
Luke's-
group
and
of
it-
freedom
for it
fighters
not to be-
led by Luke Skywalker
Now, if they said
Well-
Leia, I'd be a little more, lenient on it.
Just yeah,
But
throw other
Luke
characters
Luke
into
was
crawl.
the Luke was I don't know. Luke's the
Luke was what?
protagonist. I get
Yeah.
I get why
He was
it's
the
said
man. He was the man, and it was 1980.
I see.
So.
I know. I understand what you're saying,
That as
Johnny.
well.
But the fact that the movie opens with Luke on Hoth getting taken away, and all of Hoth Echo Base going on without him, establishing that like there is this structure of the rebellion,
not-
and with generals and Leia talking about like the part of the subplot of that movie
Kinda
is that
stepping down.
Commander
I don't-
Skywalker is away.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
He
weird,
feels
man.
a lot more like not a nuisance, but a burden almost.
Yeah,
Because
he's
Han has
like-
to go out and find
He's
him.
the
Like
Jedi.
he's doing his own thing.
He,
Yeah.
Kanan, and the Ezra. After Kanan and Ezra are gone, like the rebellion has always employed these
Yeah.
light side force users as like, oh, this is our wild card, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not. It's weird.
He's not there. It's a low point for him. I mean,
And-
Han nearly freezes trying to save him. Like it's a whole like.
Yeah, it's not
Mm.
like, oh, Luke did this, so it
He
holds
almost
back.
dies
But
to a Yeti. So.
but it's up there. It's on my 4, and I love that first paragraph, man. It establishes, okay, it's been a while. It's a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has
Right.
been
Yeah.
destroyed, it's been 3 years, and it's not looking good. It's been a tough time.
I love the although. It's like yeah, they like won, but
Although,
they haven't won
yeah.
the war. Yeah.
And I love the last line. I think is my favorite last paragraph. The evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker. You get that little hint of like, because the last movie ended, and Dylan, can you hear us still?
And Dylan's gone.
Dylan's gone. He can hear us. The last movie ended with
I know.
Vader spinning off, and he goes what?
Yeah.
And he just spins off. And
What?
you're like, what happened there? And so if you're a
Yeah.
fan in 1980, it's been 3 years since A New Hope. You've probably watched it a bunch of times. Vader kind of has a chump exit, and you're like, you don't really get a lot of lore. But seeing the
right.
evil Lord Darth Vader is obsessed with finding our hero, like why? And why is he dispatching thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space? Why is he
Good stuff.
searching why does he want Luke so bad? And so it begs that question, but then it also, you get the probe, you get Luke, and like, I don't know. I love the way.
It
goes.
transitions. Well,
It's a good one.
yeah,
on,
I'm not,
Johnny.
well,
Number
hold on.
3.
It's Empire.
Yeah.
My
Talk
number
about
3
it.
is Empire.
yeah, let's talk about it.
Well,
No, you don't,
don't-
have to.
I don't want to repeat the points, but I think it transitions beautifully, and I think it's just a solid crawl for a amazing movie. So
Listen, Johnny, you only got 2 left. We're getting close to. We
Yeah.
might have the same number 1.
I think we gotta say number 1. I think
Well,
so.
here is,
Now that I'm looking at it.
My number 3 is A New Hope. And that is because
Okay.
I read it and I'm like, I kept putting myself in the shoes on accident because I tried to be more objective, but I kept putting myself in the shoes of a first time viewer when this movie came out and being like,
Mhm.
what? Like Death Star? Like who's this? These people? Like this is crazy. Like it's literally. I read it. I'm like, yeah, that's Star Wars. Like that is like one of my first experiences with like the original trilogy and stuff. I think it just sets up
It's
the
a
movie
fun
so
one.
well
It's a fun
because
one.
Luke doesn't know anything about the world really, and neither do
Yeah.
you as a viewer. So like
Right.
all this crazy stuff, it sticks out. It comes at you, and I don't know. It's Star
Like it.
Wars.
I think
good
it's I
stuff.
think it's vague enough, but I think it's effective.
It
So,
is
I-
it is vague, and I obviously that has to do with it's the first movie, and that
Yeah,
seems to
absolutely.
almost be the theme with all of these first movie in the trilogy is that they can't get too specific.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
Oddly,
well,
well,
you-
I think I
you're
disagree
gonna
with that.
love
I
my-
think the Phantom Menace is really specific.
Almost too specific. Yeah, but like you don't have any names being dropped.
True.
Like,
Yeah,
for
there's not a
example,
single
Attack of
name.
the Clones is like
Yeah.
Count Dooku, Senator Amidala. Like
Yeah, you're right. Phantom Menace doesn't have a single name in it.
right.
I don't think, right?
Well,
Doesn't even
neither
say
does A New Hope.
same vibes.
Yeah. The Force Awakens obviously does because it's a
got Leia,
continuation, a direct
Luke.
continuation of. Yeah. Well,
Oof.
that's my Levi number 3.
Excited.
Number 3 is The Last Jedi. TLJ. We've talked about it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
love
man,
this. I'll let you rant. Go ahead.
I love the movie and I love the crawl. It just gets me. It gets you going. I love the opening of because I think it's okay. Like
My
I said,
OCD is going off. Can you capitalize the J, please?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To,
Sorry.
like the pan
Yeah, it's all
down.
good.
You pan down. You get that great shot through the
true.
Radis, through the ships escaping.
True.
Connix looks up into the sky and you see the First Order in atmosphere, like the
Right.
ship's jumping in, man. Not only is it a cool visual, but like you just read, like it's fresh in your brain of as the resistance has been exposed, the First Order speeds towards the rebel base, the brave heroes mount a desperate escape. Like some of the crawls end and you forget about it. Like, I don't know, man.
Right.
I read
I forgot about it.
well, yeah, I read while the Congress of the Republic endlessly debate this alarming chain of events. I'm like, huh? You know, I'm going, oh, right, that was happening. Like, this is about taxes or whatever. You know, an hour and 30 minutes into the Phantom Menace, you go, oh, yeah, there's this whole Senate thing and the Trade Federation is there. Right. That's why
Right.
this started. Or even with the whole, like, the creating an army of the Republic. Like, I love Attack of the Clones, but I can understand if a viewer watching that for the first time goes, oh, right, they need to create a military. That's the subplot of the crawl. You may not
Right.
remember that, but the First Order is speeding towards you, and then you see them speed towards you. Like, it gets
Yeah.
it gets you going. I think it gets you going. I'm a fan.
Okay.
And
Well-
and rant a little bit more. You establish the hope that everyone was feeling of, we want Luke to return and restore a spark of hope to the fight, which obviously he does in the end of the
Ooh,
movie.
Good transition for me.
He does
Want
at
to
the
talk
end of
about
the movie.
feeling? Want to talk about feeling, my man?
All right.
My number 2 is Force Awakens. Ooh wee, what a crawl! What
That's a good crawl, man. That's a good crawl.
It is a banger of a crawl on all fronts.
That take.
It's a
First
banger
sentence,
crawl, dude. It's,
Luke Skywalker has vanished.
like, where'd he
What?
go? Where'd he go? I
Imagine-
don't know. I haven't seen the
dude,
movie yet.
From the point of how many years was it between Return of the Jedi to Force Awakens? Like
30.
30? Are you kidding me? Hearing that as like your first line, like that's genuine shock right there. And I remember
Yeah.
being like, "What, dude?
Right.
What?"
And you don't even really feel, I mean, you find out in the movie, but it's like, I don't
Yeah,
know. It's like,
but
I
then-
don't know where he's gone. Why would he do
Yes.
this? This is Luke Skywalker. It brings us so many
Yes,
questions.
and then we get like set up for the rise of the First Order. Look at like what is this new organization? The Sinister First Order.
It's just
Okay.
from the ashes of the
Okay.
Empire. Like, all right, we get it.
Okay, yeah. Something is born anew.
Yeah,
we
it's
get
like,
the
okay.
line The Last Jedi in there. Are you kidding me? And then we get some setup with Leia and the Resistance, her setting that up and looking and just literally searching for Luke. We get that brought up again. And then we have Leia, and then again it transitions so well into the movie. Leia sent her most daring pilot on a secret mission to Jakku, where an old ally has discovered a clue to Luke's whereabouts.
Right. Yeah, it's great. It's like,
Perfect
it gives you-
transition, man. I don't think
The
there's,
only, the
I
only,
don't think there's much better.
yeah.
I think that's a banger on all fronts.
Would you guess my number 2? Force Awakens.
Hey,
This
we
thing
all
is
have the
so
same.
good.
We all have the same number one.
Yeah, I know.
I told you, there's a definitive banger.
There is yeah, it's such a banger. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just ranted with you. Force Awakens is so good. So Levi, why don't you give us number 2?
Number 2 would be Attack of the Clones. We talked about it.
Good, but
Yeah.
So I mean, we can just have a big fat old
all right.
discussion.
Can we? Let's all say
It's-
the first. Let's all say the first
Yeah,
line.
I'll just
together.
fill it in. You go ahead and
War.
Oh, war.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
dang it!
I gotta
Dylan.
read it. I gotta read it.
We had to
War.
set up it as a surprise.
what are you talking about? There's no surprise
We were
here.
gonna
People
we were
know
gonna
the
set
list.
it up, and we were gonna say war, and then you were.
I
What's
see what
the
you're going for.
surprise?
Yeah,
what do you
Nolan
mean?
and I are not on the same wavelength at all. That's
The
okay.
Republic is
People already know. They can
War.
read the list.
War.
Are
The
they sure
Republic.
though?
War. The Republic is crumbling under
My
the tax
favorite is Rogue One. Yeah, you were right.
by the
My
ruthless
bad.
Sith Lord, Count Dooku. There are heroes on both sides. Evil is
Revenger
everywhere.
of the Sith.
In a stunning move, the fiendish droid leader, General Grievous, has swept into the Republic capital and kidnapped Chancellor Palpatine, leader of the Galactic Senate. As the Separatist droid army attempts to flee the besieged capital with their valuable hostage, 2 Jedi Knights lead a desperate mission to rescue the captive Chancellor. Holy shit, it is so good. They made
Revenger of the Sith.
they made an entire show.
Revenger of the Sith.
Yeah, Revenger of the Sith. Come on now.
Mm-mm.
Revenger
Revenger of the
What are you
Sith.
talking about?
Let's just
Revenger of the Sith.
Revenger of the Sith.
Yep. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Right,
Jesus
today.
Christ. All right. They wrote a
Yes,
whole
go ahead, Levi.
show.
Or actually, no.
based on-
I
there
I
are
go
heroes
first. I
on
go
both
first. I go
sides,
first.
evil
I
is
go first. I go first. I go
so
first.
good. Go ahead.
Beautiful. War. War.
Stuff.
I want to go to war.
They want
Like,
to go to war, and they
That
did.
gets me
Star
hyped,
Wars.
dude.
Someone clip that. Give me the
Ah.
on. I want to go to war.
And
it on.
dude, I mean again, it's just under attack by Sith. This Count Dooku. I mean, we got Count Dooku again. I mean, we didn't know much about him
Stroke?
in Attack of the Clones. But
Say it again.
You know,
Stop, Johnny. Repeat the sentence. You went, I'm going to go to Count Dooku.
I didn't
Like,
say that.
I didn't understand a single word you
Okay.
said.
Well, scratch that. Count Dooku exciting. We like the name. We know him. And
We do.
last time we saw
We
him,
love
he
him.
literally was escaping. So I think it's exciting. He's still an exciting character.
He's a great character.
And then we get General Grievous brought up, which is like so
fiendish droid general.
we knew
Hell
about
yeah.
him. We knew
Yeah,
about him
crazy.
from the 2003 miniseries or micro series. So we knew about him, but I don't think like general audiences really did. But anyways, that is nonetheless like a new character. Who is this? Don't know. Sounds cool. And then Chancellor Palpatine gets kidnapped. Like that's like very exciting. Like okay, what's gonna happen there? And then two Jedi Knights lead a desperate mission to rescue the captured Chancellor. We go right
Yeah.
into that. And
And
arguably one of the coolest opening sequence, like I think the best opening
Arguably, it
sequence for
is.
Star Wars
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it is the best.
I know. I
ever
just
made.
changed.
I love
Yeah,
the
no cap.
parallels in the Phantom Menaces to Revenge of the Sith, where it's the two Jedi Knights lead a desperate mission.
Yeah,
The Chancellor has secretly dispatched two Jedi Knights.
full circle, no?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy stuff. It's poetry. It rhymes, and it's just
True.
good. I mean, we all had it at the top of our list for a reason. I
Yeah.
didn't even really need to think about it before I started this, just because I remembered how much of a banger this this is.
It's Revenge of the Sith, man.
Yeah.
No,
It's just so
no
good.
question.
It's just so good.
What I was trying to say before Johnny had to go first. I mean, he was at the top of the list.
You
Is
can go. Sorry.
like we were talking about A New Hope and how I felt. It's just telling you information. There's not a lot of themes.
Yeah.
There are heroes on both sides. Evil is everywhere is like one of the coolest. Like think of like it makes you think.
Yeah.
There are heroes on both sides.
Everywhere.
Evil is everywhere. It's like, oh
Everywhere.
man, it's just that line, those two lines are the core of the entire Clone Wars
The
show.
movie. And
the
the
whole
movie.
the whole show.
And the
And
Clone
the
Wars.
Yeah.
well, like there's literally an episode of Clone Wars called "There Are Heroes on Both Sides," so you can't. They made that.
No,
into,
I know. I
like
I,
it is
we're
such a
agreeing.
good, rich concept to mine for because unfortunately the way it happened was Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and you just skip the whole Clone Wars. You don't get the context if you're just watching the movie. You skip the entire war.
Right.
But if you're really thinking about it, if you're digging into these words that you just read, like to establish the way that this war has warped the Republic, the Jedi, like the Separatists are fighting against corruption and freedom, but they're being led by the Sith Lord. It's like they're fighting for a good thing, but they're the bad guys, and it's so but the Jedi are on the good side, but they have this army that they're leading, and they're generals now, and Palpatine's also a Sith Lord. It's like, oh man, it's so good, and I love fiendish droid general, besieged capital, desperate mission.
Speak my
Hell
language.
yeah.
Speak my language.
It's
yeah.
just it's
good.
got to. It's got to.
I think my list is goated though.
Yeah. Do you want to read off your list, and then I'll read mine, then Levo will read his, and we'll call it a night?
Your list is not
Yeah,
good.
sure. I think my list is goated, but we go Revenge of the Sith at number 1, Force Awakens number 2, ESB number 3, Attack of the Clones number 4, New Hope number 5, number 6, Return of the Jedi, The Last Jedi number 7, The Phantom Menace number 8, and Rise of Skywalker at number 9.
Just for added effect, I will.
Yep, had to.
Got Revenge of the Sith at number 1, The Force Awakens rocking at number 2. Number 3 is A New Hope. Number 4, The Last Jedi. Number 5, Empire Strikes Back. Number 6, Attack of the Clones. Number 7, The Rise of Skywalker. Number 8, Return of the Jedi. And number 9, The Phantom Menace.
Attack of the
This is
Clones
true.
way too low on that list, man. Way
Sorry.
too low.
Sorry.
I gotta do this though before we do this because when I was talking about
A
the
New
crawls,
Hope too low.
I gotta do this. I gotta talk about all because I know there are fans of you out there. Gotta read Solos real quick because it's quick. But this is the crawl of Solo. It is a lawless time. Crime syndicates compete for resources, food, medicine, and hyperfuel. On the shipbuilding planet of Corellia, the foul Lady Proxima forces runaways into a life of crime in exchange for shelter and protection. On these mean streets, a young man fights for survival, but yearns to fly among the stars. I love
Right.
that crawl, man. I
It's
love
sick.
that. And so
I wouldn't consider it a crawl because it's more of words flashing than crawling.
I
But it's
yeah,
good.
you're right, but it's in the same font, and I just want to
Right,
throw
right,
an
right.
honorary mention that
It's in the
goes-
vein. It's
yeah,
in the
that
same
goes.
vein
That's
as
my.
a crawl.
If I read this list, that would be my number 5. But out of the
Right.
ones we ranked together, I got Revenge of the Sith number 1, Attack of the Clones number 2, Last Jedi number 3, Empire Strikes Back number 4, Rise of Skywalker number 5, underrated crawl right there. The Force Awakens number 6, overrated crawl right there. A New Hope number 7, number 8, The Phantom Menace, and number 9, Return of the Jedi, which I think is probably surprisingly the most controversial take, and yet one we all seemingly share.
Absolutely.
Controversial take.
Well,
Oh,
I
you
feel
mean?
I feel like most people.
I don't think it's.
Well,
I
I
don't
thought you
think it's
meant.
at the
I
bottom
thought
at
you
all.
meant out of the three of us.
No, I'm saying surprisingly though, we all seem to agree on it. I didn't know your list going
Yeah,
in, so
man.
we all seem to think of Return
Right.
of the Jedi kind of
Yeah.
MIDI.
Yeah, those
Kinda
are.
midi
I don't know
crawl.
how many people. There are a lot of people that rank opening crawls. I had a lot
No.
of fun, going back and looking at the opening crawls because it's not really something
I
I think
didn't.
about. It's like I don't know. Yeah,
What?
you did have fun. You didn't enjoy
I'm just kidding.
doing
it
it?
was-
Yeah.
Johnny's a little
was
actor
fun.
today.
Yeah, but there's I don't know. There's very good reason why they are there, and I think they just add to
Mhm.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
experience a lot with because when you have something so
Absolutely.
big, like George knew he needed to add like some kind of like lore before we go into this experience, So I like that they did it through every movie of the main trilogy
Skywalker
stuff.
Saga.
Exactly right. Do you think I was thinking when we are doing this, do you think we'll ever see another opening crawl in a movie for Star Wars?
This is a good question. This is a good question, and I think a great place to end this episode because it's a really relevant one. Because it's very possible that we never get episode 10. However, I do think that we will get a crawl because I do think we will continue this Skywalker story in the Skywalker saga, but I don't think they'll be episodic. I think you can very
Yeah.
easily, or even then, I think you could easily do an episode 10 because you can still have the first 9. We're experiencing the Mandoverse, and it's all about chapters and books.
Right.
The first 9 are still the Skywalker saga, but then you can do 10, 11, 12. Ad infinitum is whatever it can be. Like I don't know.
Right.
I think that we will see it again. Johnny?
Yeah. What he said.
Good. Yeah. What he said. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see. It's all just speculation, really, for me, because we're gonna see
Yeah.
where they want to take it. Like, are they willing to do another Skywalker Saga movie? Or are they willing to do,
Yeah,
10,
I don't
11,
want
12?
I don't want another
So-
Skywalker saga movie.
I don't
would-
really
but
want
but
it for
but
a
I would
long
accept
time.
Right.
I would accept another episode. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah,
another,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't need the story of the Skywalkers, but I could
Well, I
accept.
think episode 10 would not be a Skywalker.
That's what I'm saying.
film.
I think
I'd still
I
take
think
another
it would
episode.
be.
And
I don't-
I'm
I don't
saying it
think-
would. I'm
I-
saying
You
if
think
it
it
was
would
an
be a
episode,
Skywalker saga film, Dylan?
Yeah, 100%. If they, why not just like why isn't technically Rogue
Mm.
One a Skywalker Saga or Solo? Like I know why it's not, but I don't see why you wouldn't.
I mean,
10,
I
11,
don't know.
12,
The
unless
9
it-
are called the Skywalker.
saga.
Exactly
know.
right, but then why would you continue with 10, 11, 12, if it's
Because
not
it wouldn't be part of the saga. It's still
Yeah,
part of the
and
episode.
a new saga.
right?
No?
Yeah, I just don't see a reason not to like have it called
New
something
saga, no?
completely different. Like it wouldn't be a new saga because it's continuing from
I know, but
the
it
old
would
saga.
still. But it's just, that's what I'm saying. It's the Book of Boba Fett Mandalorian thing. Like it's all part of the
Right.
chapters.
Think of it like
Right,
okay,
right.
here's
But it's
I got
different
it.
book.
Think of like a season of a show. So for instance, Spider-Man the animated series. Each
Yes.
season they had a saga title.
Right.
For every season they had a title, like an overall title for the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
So you could think of the first 9 episodes as the Skywalker saga, then these next whatever episodes we get.
Yeah, but
Could
that's all
be
about
a,
Peter. That's all about the same spy. This I would see it more as Batman the animated series and Batman Beyond, where or even actually
Mm.
not so much that because it's still that could be
It's-
Batman. Like that's
Hell,
the
you
same
could-
characters. And
I don't
stuff.
know, man. It could be Rey, Finn, and Poe in a hypothetical episode 10, and it doesn't have to be part of the Skywalker saga. You wouldn't have to market
Right.
it that way. I think you could tell a
Right.
different story with those characters in that world and not have it be part of this like macro
But if that's
thing
10,
about
11,
Skywalkers.
if that's 10, 11, 12, then I would consider that Skywalker Saga.
Okay, well, but then maybe let's move away from the Skywalker saga thing a bit because what you were asking is if another one comes out, it wouldn't have a long time ago or the crawl. I think
Right.
it doesn't have to be connected to the Skywalker saga, but if it's a big new trilogy, I think they should
Sure.
do the crawl with a long time
I
ago and
agree.
Far
I
Far
agree.
Away.
I
I don't
agree.
think it has to happen. I don't think it has to be part of those. I think they can just do
Yeah.
it.
True.
Mhm.
True.
I would
And
make
whether
that
that be
that's
10, 11, 12, or a whole new, a whole
thing.
new 1,
Yeah,
2,
it could just be a
3.
different thing.
then-
Yeah, like
yeah,
if Ryan Johnson's trilogy ever gets made, or Kevin Feige's movie, if that's the start of a trilogy, I would expect it to have a long time ago, a galaxy far away,
Right.
and then a crawl, and I wouldn't be mad about that.
Not as long ago in a galaxy
Yeah.
far away. Well, I think
Yeah.
we've been running for a while here. I think we're gonna wrap it up. What do you think of our rankings? If you're angry, comment right now. Be mad
With
at
your own
us.
ranking, give us
Tell-
your ranking.
Yeah, I
Tell
want
me
to hear
why
other
he's
people's
wrong,
rankings.
but
I
don't
think
tell
it's
me
an
why I'm
interesting
wrong,
thing
because I'm
to
right.
rank.
Yeah, definitely. And you go back and check them out because I feel like I don't want to say they're an underrated piece of Star Wars, but they're they're definitely overlooked at times.
For sure.
Not a lot of discussion about them. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. Go check out all our links below. We're gonna be streaming on Wednesday as well as a reaction to the Book of Boba Fett. If you're watching this before that episode is dropped,
Cad Bane in Book of Boba.
let's hope. Dave
Yeah,
Filoni.
see you guys next week. See you guys next week with a life-changing episode of Boba Fett.
Life-changing
Hopefully so.
Star Wars. Han
All right,
Solo.
see you
Star
guys.
Wars,
Taco
yeah.
Donna.
Bye.